Aquarius. I'm getting a message here that somebody is withholding information. This could be someone you know, someone you don't know well, but who's in your field, or it could be you who's withholding some kind of information. And when I shuffled the oracle cards to get the theme of the overall reading, this card came out: head, logic, and evaluation. And it feels like there's a lot of possible avenues here to figure something out, or to rationalize something, or to see something from multiple angles. And I got the phrase 6 ways to Sunday. And it feels like one of these slivers here is being withheld from you, or you're withholding it from someone. There seems to be some kind of, I don't know, there does seem to be some kind of strategy I'm picking up on. Maybe that's not the right word, but it feels intentional, okay, this withholding. And then I got, in my meditation, I heard, it's been a nightmare. And I asked, what's been a nightmare? And I got the serpent holding the snake. So the snake is a reptile in our 3D world, right? It's something real, it's something tangible. And the serpent is the same thing as a snake, sort of, except it's kind of more elevated symbolically. Like when we hear serpent, maybe we think about mythology or different stories attached to the serpent, or, we could have a lot of different associations that are symbolic in nature. And with the serpent holding the snake, it feels like there's some force or power or energy that's been given to something, and it's holding something that's very ordinary or simple in its clutches, or in the balance. Like literally picture this mythological serpent holding an ordinary little snake, let's say like a garden snake. There's some kind of power imbalance, or there's some kind of importance that's been placed on something that I don't feel is warranted, or it shouldn't have this much importance, or it shouldn't have this much power. What I wrote down is that the serpent holding the snake, there's something giving something more power or energetic significance than it deserves. I was almost going to say desert, like desert someone, like you've been deserted, or someone's been deserted. It's like there's been something in your life that has now been elevated to this archetypal or higher level kind of force, You've emboldened something way beyond what it's actually capable of doing. Or maybe someone's looking at you this way. They're seeing you as this kind of like all-powerful, untouchable energy that is withholding the snake, withholding something natural or ordinary. So you take this how it resonates. It's kind of a weird one, right? Then I got something has been underlined 3 times. And it felt like this is you getting to the crux of an issue. Then I got there's going to be a serendipitous event. So you're going to bump into someone, meet someone. It's weird. It's significant, clearly, because it came through. And then the other thing I got is that there's been some kind of estrangement. And it felt like with family. It doesn't have to be that for all of you. It could be a friend, or a partner perhaps. But there's some kind of estrangement, and maybe this estrangement is linked to this idea of the serpent holding the snake. I wish I had a better way of describing what's going on here in the way that I'm feeling. I don't know why I want to draw this. This hasn't happened in a while, because this is not going to look like a snake, but this is kind of the energy that I'm seeing. This is really weird, guys. This is like, what does this even mean? Maybe that means something to you. I don't know. But it's like, this is the serpent, and it's like corded to or holding on to the snake. Okay, if this makes any sense to you, please let me know, because I would like to figure this one out. We'll see what the cards say. Maybe it will unfold. But if not, I don't know, maybe it's not your reading, or maybe more information will come through that is for you. I also got the numbers 3, 8, 9, 4, and something about don't give up. Okay, so let's get in a layer deeper. We have logic and evaluation for the theme of the reading. There's withholding of information. Let's see the energies that are supporting Aquarius. Spirit. The energies supporting Aquarius. Supporting. Just looking at, I looked up serpent and snake, and I just saw this picture here, and it caught my eye. See how big that serpent is? It's like it's something that's been elevated to an energetic or symbolic significance. And then what else is there? There's a wolf and two women. This could be the shadow too and the light. Interesting. Is there anything else here I need to see? I think that's it. It says in ancient Egypt, the snake, not the serpent, it says the snake represented a protective deity associated with wisdom and royalty. I feel like, okay, I'm just going to say it because it's coming to me. And I'm going to turn this off too so I don't get distracted. Maybe that's a message for some of you, to turn something off so you're not distracted. Because Spirit is talking to you. Not, like, I don't mean just now, I mean in general. There's something here that I'm picking up on, and this could be a metaphor. It doesn't have to be the exact situation. But it feels like a mother, or like in the shadow, the mother archetype in the shadow, holding on to her child in a way that is maybe expectant. Like she expects this child to become something larger than life, or to live through her child. The serpent holding the snake. Because that mother archetype is so big, right? It's not just when we think about mother in like the term in the broad sense, we're not just thinking about our mothers. We're also thinking about like Mother Earth and Mother Gaia and mothers in the animal kingdom. You know, like there's so many different maternal associations we have with the word mother, and it feels like that's who's the serpent, but it's the shadow side, holding on to this goddess feminine wisdom that is trying to grow or shed its own skin or have some kind of rebirth. Whoa, Aquarius. Energy supporting. Oak, doorway, strength, and journey. And the energies challenging Aquarius. The crone, godmother. Okay, the crone, wisdom, future, truth. Yeah, there's something about the mother coming through here, for sure. But see how it says godmother? Again, it's like bigger than the actual mom or mother. It's something that you're contending with that goes beyond that. Okay, so maybe you do have some kind of issues with your mother that you're working through, but I feel like Spirit's talking about even beyond that. The idea of the maternal and the shadow is something that has been a nightmare for you in one sense or another, because something's been withheld, some wisdom or some freedom has been withheld. You know, you've been kind of on this leash here with these two triangles. And the triangles are very feminine too. Okay. Even, did I already say this? Even if you have a great relationship with your mother, you could still be kind of struggling with this energy of this expanded concept or notion of like the great mother. Okay, the weavers, fate, manifestation, and decisions. Yeah, it feels to me like something is holding on to you. And maybe this is interfering with your decision making or your manifestations or the way that you just envision your path. But there's a doorway available to you. There's a journey. Okay, so let's get in with the tarot and see what's up here, Aquarius. Estrangement. Yeah, I said that with family. Letter T, D, and M might mean something. Also, 2008 might be important. October. These are just things I'm noticing that are around me. Okay, let's see. If that does resonate with you, then I feel like, well, we're going to see what the guidance is, but just intuitively, I feel like Knight of Coins, Knight of Pentacles. See, I even almost downgraded that. It's like I almost downgraded a knight to a page, and it feels like Spirit wants you to see something for what it is. You know, like its ordinariness. Strip it of its power in your mind to hold you back. This could even be about a job. You know, maybe this is like a committee of people or even a career path, and it somehow is connected to this mother archetype. And the mother archetype could bring up wounds around being taken care of, being loved, fostering creativity, all of those kinds of things. And there's something related to this that you've just given so much significance to. Like, if I don't get this job, it's the end of everything. Or if this doesn't happen for me, then I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Or this person is like the be all and end all of me and my potential. When Spirit's saying it's not. You're giving too much authority to something to play a larger role in your life than it should. Or maybe this is what somebody wants. If you're feeling like, no, I'm not doing that. Maybe somebody wants you to do that. So let's see here. 3 more. Aquarius. Do you remember the first time that you were disappointed, either by your mother or by the world not mothering you the way maybe your mother actually did, if you had a good relationship? Like, when was the first time you personally experienced the shadow side of the mother? I feel like that might be significant. It might be hard. Like, I was just thinking, like, what's mine? But I felt like this tightness in the chest as my thought even went back a little. It might be really hard and challenging to go there. This might be the shadow work that you're doing or that you're being called to do. Mother wounds are difficult, very difficult. And maybe that's what's going on here with the logic and the evaluation. You're trying to work through something like this in your mind. Now, somebody could also be treating you like their mother. So you could be experiencing this in another way. Someone's giving all this significance to you, placing an onus on you to take care of them. So I do feel like it would be helpful if you feel into the thoughts a little bit. Maybe you're withholding your emotional response to what's going on, even to yourself. You're not letting yourself feel something. Because just now, when I started thinking, when's that first mother wound, and I got tightness in the chest, that tells me, I got to work on something. Like, literally, really, I need to work on something when that just happened. So I'm going to do that later, like another time. But when you get that feeling, it's a hint, it's a clue that you're onto something there. Okay, that there's something that is still tethered to you, affecting you, pulling your energy, or unresolved, that you could explore if you want to. 10 of Swords, exactly. I'm hearing betrayal. Maybe there's some kind of betrayal going on here. Well, I think there might be. Ooh, Moon for the outcome, which is Mother. This is pretty specific. Okay, 10 of Swords for your overall energy. 6 of Cups at the bottom, which is about childhood. Okay, I want to clarify this a little bit more. Tell me more about this 10 of Swords here, Spirit. Why is Aquarius's energy showing up as the 10 of Swords? This is betrayal. This is a painful ending. We have the Fool in reverse and Enchanted. It's like not allowing you to grow. The serpent clutching on, and I'm seeing like talons. So maybe the serpent has talons, right? And it's like it's not letting you go, which if it does have talons, it's even more mythological in nature. It's not letting you go, not letting you explore, take new chances, have a new life path. And perhaps you've already resolved your issues with your mother, or maybe you feel you don't have any issues with your mother, but there's something there that's not allowing you to go forward with like the force you want to. I feel like you're being a little gentle in the steps that you're taking towards something. And you could put more confidence into whatever it is that you're doing. But it almost feels like you're hesitant, you're reluctant. And that reluctancy and hesitancy has been kind of instilled into you because you've been clutched for so long by this mother serpent who's been either scared to lose you or didn't want to lose control over you. Enchanted, your path has led you to a defining moment that will change your destiny. Well, yeah, look at that. It's like a realization. I'm not getting anywhere with this. Something's holding me back. I need to really take a risk, step out with confidence, or even change tracks here. Doorway, strength, journey. Spirit is calling you to find that courage, that strength inside, to go through that doorway and on a new path, on a new journey with the Fool card. To allow yourself to be enchanted by what's out there. Because it's almost like this serpent has this slithering S noise, right? This slithering kind of, don't trust the world, don't trust that, you can't do that, you're nothing without me. Like it's like pretty shadowy. Maybe looking at this energy as someone who's held back by their own limitations might help you. Rather than, it feels like almost you need to humanize this energy a little bit more. Which doesn't necessarily mean you need to show like lots of amounts of empathy towards someone who's, kind of cruel. But it does mean to like, don't put their power in this situation on a pedestal. Don't give someone more power in your mind or energetically than they actually have. Okay, Queen of Coins for what you don't see coming. Let's see, what is this all about? Remembrance. Yeah, I feel like that's it, right? It's like ground this mother, ground this mother serpent. And again, this could be about anything. It could be about work stuff. It could be about your goals, dreams, and ambitions. It could be a deity that you're worshiping, a goddess, and like you've come to this place where you're like, oh my God, they're going to hurt me and they're causing all these things to me. I don't know. It could be anything. A friend that you have who's somehow reminding you of your mom in some way, or just the mother archetype. But you need to remember to like ground this energy, put it back down to earth where it belongs. Because I feel Spirit wants to remind you with the High Priestess, this is your opportunity, that, is she holding a serpent? No, okay. That you are the one who's elevated. And look at these two images, both holding out their hands. You are, well, this is withholding as well, the opportunity withholding. Okay, so let's see. Tell me about this High Priestess. Window. The doorway, the window. Freedom, I'm telling you. It's like you've been looking out a window. This is my path, this is my vision, this is my energy, I want to go here, but I'm withheld, I'm not free. But Spirit's saying your opportunity is to tap in, tune into your higher self, to your intuition, to the maybe the shadow feminine aspect of yourself, or the shadow archetype that of the mother that you have within yourself. And I would argue that we all have that. Every single one of us has that in the light and in the shadow. It just, it's all about our conscious awareness of it. Even if you're not actually a mother, you still hold that, memory or that intelligence, that archetypal intelligence in your subconscious mind or consciously. Spirit's saying, transmute that energy for yourself and turn this window into a doorway so that you can go out and be free and release yourself from these serpents' talons, because it feels like the talons shouldn't be there, right? It's like you've imagined them into existence. You've imagined someone's power in a situation into existence, and you can take it away as well. So somebody needs to be knocked down a notch, a rung, in your mind over what they can do to you or what they can prevent you from doing. You're free. You're sovereign. Okay, the challenge, Queen of Cups. Another mother card. Okay. Well, she's very maternal. She's Cancerian in nature. And she looks pregnant here in this picture too. Yeah, I think that's it. That's your opportunity, is to turn the challenge into your strength, right? It's like take that complex or that trauma or that wound or that, thing that's been holding you back, that tethering cord, that slithering tethering cord of the serpent. Take that energy and transmute it into your power. Some of you, you're going to make a big move to really free yourself from playing into someone's power game. And even if you're thinking, well, I was just asking about my boyfriend, okay, or my husband or my ex. And even if it is someone who's a man that you're thinking of, they could still have a shadow mother archetype that they're activated and working through. Their energy is working through that archetype, okay? And that could be causing some issues. So it doesn't matter what gender you're thinking about in terms of this reading. 5 of Wands for your advice. I think this is working on that feeling, that gut feeling or that chest feeling I had about finding out when this first had you in its clutches. When was this first, the devil? When was this shadow created for you? There's a point in your life where you wanted to be free. You want to explore. You were enchanted with the world. You were enchanted with your path. You were enchanted with love. And then something happened. The serpent holds on to the snake. It says, you're not going anywhere. You're not allowed to have a rebirth. You're not allowed to explore. You're staying right here with me. And Spirit's saying, when did that first happen to you? Where is it still happening for you? Maybe it's you with you that, you're battling with. But the devil's showing up. It did come out in reverse. And I feel like the advice is to work on what's becoming conscious to you about this force that's holding you back or trying to hold you back, withholding your destiny, your fate. Because they don't actually have the power to do that to you. But you do. You have the power to withhold your own desired reality. The moon for the outcome in the next 3 months. And then I'm going to go a layer deeper. I'm going to do an extended reading. I don't know where we're going to go from here, but we'll go in further and see what it wants to come through. If you're interested in that, the link is in the description box below. If you're not, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Just trust that Spirit gave you all the information you needed here. The moon is about things being a little bit scary, things being withheld and hidden, facing your fears, the victim, the sage, and abandonment. And victim is in reverse. Yeah, well, I definitely feel like this snake that's being held onto is a victim in this situation. I do feel like that. But Spirit is saying you have the power to transmute it. So maybe holding on to that feeling of being wounded isn't serving you so much as the feeling of being empowered would. And to realize like, hey, this person or this situation, this event in my life does not control me, does not get to define me or tell me what I can do, what I can't do. I don't care about their judgments, or maybe I do care about their judgments, but I'm not going to let those judgments of somebody else who should be grounded back into just a person, they're just a person, their judgments should not hold me back because they are not better in any way than I am, spiritually, soulfully, okay? And it feels like this is where your sage wisdom comes from, is working on this feeling of maybe being abandoned. It's a big wound that many, many of us have, an abandonment wound, being forgotten, being left behind, putting all our effort and time and love and creativity into something only for it to just not show up for us, or to just forget us, or not reward us, validate us, acknowledge us, treat us cruelly and unkind. So Spirit's saying this is actually, like Chiron, the wounded healer, this is where your sage wisdom comes from, is healing and working through this wound. And that's going to take a little bit of traversing through the moonlight, the scary places, and the shadows. Wow, Aquarius. I hope this reading helped you. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.